Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got another Euro 2020 in 2021 preparations video. In today's video I will be looking at some of the long shot bets I have already placed for the tournament. I'll be also talking about my latest bet, which is the Turkey v Italy game and the selections I will be going for in that game. So just before I show you some of my bets, you should know that I will be using about 3 or 4 different bookmakers for this, and the reason for that is the fact that different bookmakers offer different and better prices for certain markets within the competition. So yeah, I'll get into it a bit more when we actually look at the bets. So on your screen right now you can see we're on Bet365, and so in there I've got 2 bets. The first one being France winner of the tournament, so France to win the Euros, and Lukaku to be the top scorer. In terms of France, obviously World Cup winners, we all know how good they are. They got really good defense, midfield, attack. Fantastic team, and you know, they will be up there semi-finals, finals for sure. In terms of Lukaku, he's a pretty solid player himself. He's got something like 38 goals and 12 assists in 53 games last season in all competitions. So you know, those numbers speak for themselves. And the reason why assists are such a big deal this time around is the fact that if any players have the same amount of goals, the next thing that is counted is their assists. So if, let's say, Ronaldo and Lukaku end up on 10 goals, but Lukaku has 6 assists and Ronaldo has 4, it means that Lukaku wins the golden boot. So the fact they had so many assists last season, you know, it's a good indication to, you know, what he's capable of. So yeah. Now the second bet for from Bet365 is the no Hungary goal scorer. So what that basically means is that Hungary to get 0 goals in the whole tournament. Obviously they're in the group with France, Portugal and Germany, and that is a really tough group to be in, especially when the third team that finishes can also make it through. So no team in that group want to concede any goals that are necessary. So Hungary being the weakest team in that group, they are in a really tough spot, and I don't see them scoring many goals. So for a long shot, I'm going to go with no Hungary goal scorers for this one. Now on your screen you can probably see the most ridiculous long shots you've probably ever seen. If this comes in and you never hear from me again, just know that I'm probably living on a private island somewhere in Bahamas or somewhere down there or up there, wherever it is, because yeah, if this one comes in, I don't know what we'll do with that sort of money. I had 7p left in the account, so I thought, you know what, I might as well. So I'm not even gonna go through it because you can see on the screen there's 20 different teams with 20 different results. So yeah, it's a long shot. There's no reasoning behind it. There's no maths, nothing. It's just simple long shot. Very long shot. To get into a bit of a more realistic one, obviously I got a bet here on Romelu Lukaku as a golden boot winner. Previous Spain got plenty of goals, plenty of assists, pretty straightforward. Belgium is one of the teams that are very likely to proceed to the semis, maybe even the finals. You never know who they come up against, but you know, they are capable of going far, especially, you know, with the team they have with De Bruyne behind them as well. You never know what happens. So I feel like that as a long shot is a quite good bet. And then my other long shot is betting on the straight forecast of where the teams will finish in their groups. So you can see I've got Italy, Turkey to finish first and second, Belgium, Denmark, Netherlands, Ukraine, England, Croatia, Spain, Poland, and then France and Portugal. As you can see, I did miss out on Germany. I don't feel like they will do that well. Probably now they said that they'll probably end up winning the whole tournament, so that's going to be a good laugh. But yeah, once again, you know, long shot, these teams technically they should, you know, finish first and second, but as I told me, you never know what could happen, which is why for the second bet I went with a bit slightly different approach with the same teams, but to finish top 2 in the group. So you know, if Italy slip up against Turkey first game, it is likely that, you know, Turkey will finish first, but Italy will still end up finishing second. The really important thing is the Croatia-England group. Obviously, if England finish first, they get a much tougher matchup to where if they finish second. So you never know if they maybe try and do something cheeky there. So that's the reason for my second bet. Yeah, for this one. Now let's get on to Paddy Power so I can show you some of my other bets for this one as well. Now for Paddy Power, as you can see here in the top right corner, I've got 6 bets, but I can't click on the tab because they shows the bet ID for some reason, and I don't want the bet ID to be out all over the internet because I'm sure there's someone cheeky out there who will try and do something dodgy with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about the 4 selections here. The other 2 selections I wasn't even able to add it because they've been currently suspended, but I will include them at the end of the video. I'll show you the screenshots of them, just because they might come up available before the tournament actually starts tomorrow. But yeah, with the first bet, I got 1 or more goals in every group stage match. Last time there was something like 108 goals in 51 matches in the whole tournament. Last time Euros were around. Also, this one is focused on group stages only. It's not that tough of a bet. Last year there was only 3 games that ended in a draw. Not last year, sorry, last tournament. There were only 3 games that ended in a 0-0 draw. So it's definitely, I think, a bet worth having involved. So I've got a bit of that. I'll put on the screen right now the sum, the amount of money I've got on it, as you can see. But yeah, now for the second one, I got France to win the tournament, and the odds that I got on, you can see on the screen, are much higher than what is offered now. I think, like I said, France, really good value. I think they're really strong. I feel they will make it to the final at least. The 2 bets here you can see on the screen right now got France to win the Euros, Mbappe top scorer, and Mbappe player of the tournament. Simply because he's had a pretty decent season with PSG. You never know, Benzema now potentially being injured as well. You just don't know if he's going to be the main man or if someone else is going to step up. But there is a possibility of him doing really well. So at 51-1 or 50-1, it's really good value. I feel like it's definitely worth a few quid. And then last but not least, I got France to win the tournament, Mbappe player of the tournament, and Lukaku player of the tournament, top scorer in the tournament. Same reasons before, kind of explained it. I kind of went on to Lukaku, brilliant top scorer. Mbappe could really turn up, especially now that he's had a few years to sort of get top of his game. He could really turn up now on the national global stage. So yeah, those are the 2 bets, the 4 bets, and then the other 2 bets that I have involved is for Kane, Mbappe, and Lukaku to have 8 shots on target each. All 3 players and their team should progress at least the quarters and the semis. So I have plenty of at least 3-4 games to get those 8 shots on target. That's only 2 shots on target for each of them if all 3 of them play 4 games. So at the odds, it is decent value. I decided to put a bit of money on that. And then last but not least, from Paddy Power, the other bet I have is 2 or more cards will be shown in each game throughout the Euros. So the one with that is that I'm just looking at some of the stats I got, notes taken there on my other screen, is that there were 208 cards in 51 games in the last Euro tournament in 2016. So you think about it, that's just over 4 yellow cards a game, or 4 cards a game. Obviously some games will be maybe a bit less important as others, especially if the teams are already guaranteed to finish 4th, but it's not a big ask. It's only 2 yellow cards a game. It usually happens very often, so I decided to go for that as a long shot as well. It looks like a good bet. So yeah, those are the bets I've gone on Paddy Power. So now, last but not least, let's get to William Hill to show you the last bet I'm on for this tournament as a long shot. So as you can see on the screen right now, I've got Memphis Depay to win the Golden Boot at 18-1. My cash has already gone down by half, but the reason why I went for this is the fact that Depay has had 29 goals and 15 assists in all in the 52 games or so that he played last season. Obviously, there's players that had better return than him, but he's in a group with North Macedonia, Austria, and Ukraine, I believe. So it isn't the toughest group. He could definitely get quite a few goals, and let's remember, you don't need to score 10-15 goals to win the Golden Boot. 5 or 6 goals could be enough. The fact that he gets assists, that could also be a factor as well if players end up on the same goal tally. So I feel like for the value of the money and the odds for that, I feel like it's pretty good value, so I've gone with that. But as I said, now let's go. I'll do a bet builder for the Turkey v Italy game on Bet365, and I'll show you some of the reasons why I'm going for that one. So yeah, let's get straight into that. So this is the bet that you can see on the screen right now. Is going to be the bet I'm going for my first game of the Euros for Turkey v Italy. So as you can see, the first selection here is over 3 corners in the match for Italy. They average around 9 and 10 corners a game. Obviously this does include friendly games, so I'm taking a much lower line for over 3 corners. Obviously it's going to be a very big important game, so Turkey will be up to the standards, and it's not going to be a casual friendly game where teams will be giving away corners and throw-ins for no reason, and you know, it's going to be simply much more competitive. In competitive games, both teams do love a card as well, so which is why for the other part of the bet build, I've gone with over 0 cards for both Italy and Turkey. Also in friendlies, recently there haven't been too many yellow cards because it's a friendly, and especially like Italy play teams like Lithuania and San Marino, so they're not exactly going to be competitive games. But I feel like for this one, the referee loves giving out yellow cards, and both teams do usually pick up yellow cards and red cards in competitive matches, which is why I've gone for this one. Then the other selection is over 0 goals in the match for Italy. Italy have been playing really well. They have something like 26 games unbeaten or something like that. Great statistic. They have good players. Obviously, Turkey can be a really good team. I wouldn't be surprised if Turkey actually win, because they did beat the Netherlands, I remember, in the Nations Cup. So they, you know, they can turn up and they can play well. But I do feel like Turkey will definitely get a goal, and the stats back that up as well. And then last but not least, I've gone with over 25 free kicks in the match for both teams combined. The referee himself hands out just over 26 free kicks a game, and both teams do win free kicks and give out free kicks as well. So it does look like it's a good fit. And then yeah, it comes out to just under evens. You could throw in something really small to bump it up to evens, but I wouldn't risk it. There's no point of doing something just for a couple extra decimals. But yeah, this is gonna be my first bet for the Euros. If you want to see all my other bets that we're posting it, I will be doing YouTube series on it, and they are going to be on my Telegram page. I will put a link to it down in the description down below. So yeah, make sure to join. I will be posting there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know about some of your long shots. Let me see if you agree with my selections, or if you're going for something else. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon with a new upload. Thank you. Bye bye.